Thank you for understanding as I continue work on the game. Damn, it's one guy working on this game for 7 years? One dude? Greg. His name is Greg. Holy shit, Greg. Alright. Interesting. I've never played a city building / RTS game made by one guy. What do you think I am? Huh? Lord Farquaad?
What about like this area?
Ah, yes. The sweaty loggers. Filling up my nostrils with moisture from their pores.
Oh my god.
Will people starve or maybe run out of fuel or whatever? Who fucking knows? Who cares? Who gives a shit? Alright? They're only there to help me, Becca. And us. Oh, mostly me. Hey everyone, it's time to Nephis and chill. In this video, I'm going to give my thoughts and impressions of Manor Lords, and I know you guys don't see a lot of the genres that Manor Lord encompasses in my full-form videos, but I'm a huge fan of RTS, 4X, city building, and management games in general. I've kept up with all of Total War, committed genocides in Stellaris, loved humankind, StarCraft was my childhood, and I pressed thousands into slavery in Frostpunk. If you're a fan of any of those games I've mentioned, then Manor Lords is something you'll definitely enjoy. The $40 price tag, depending on your perspective for what it is right now in early access with various systems and features still locked behind development, might be a different matter however. Although I would say you could still easily spend more than 30 hours playing the hell out of Manor Lords despite it still being in development. Luckily, the game is also available on Xbox Game Pass for free if you have that, which is exactly what I used. First off, graphics looks really great. Very surprisingly, the performance of Manor Lords is superb. I haven't crashed a single time for an early access or alpha game. That's something that's a bit rare to see. And keep in mind, this is made by one guy called Greg. So it's really impressive seeing the graphics. It's really immersive. There's a lot of aesthetic details that I really appreciate. As someone who loves just observing the everyday life of the people I'm managing or the cities I'm managing. In this case, I really love that, unlike some other games, you can actually go into a much more third-person close-up view and kind of stroll around your own town and see what's up. Obviously, I feel like this feature can definitely be expanded upon. Manor Lords definitely gives a Total War, Mountain Blade, Bannerlord, and kind of Frostpunk vibes. I know a lot of people have mentioned Banished. That could certainly be an example of one of the kind of genres that Manor Lords is touching on. So yeah, it's very enjoyable to see and also to play. The user interface and the user experience still needs a lot of work though, but again, it's early access and again, it's all made by one guy for the past 7 years. So definitely can give a pass on a lot of things that definitely do need work. For example, it's not clear initially to, at least it wasn't clear to me what exactly a family meant or exactly how the housing may have worked. There's a few bugs that may have actually had an impact on how I viewed the numbers initially, because there was a bug with families not taking the homes I built for them. So that's definitely part of it. There are bugs. Expect to see bugs. Sometimes some buildings won't work. Sometimes your peasants or serfs, whatever you want to call them, will not do anything. They'll just kind of freeze in place sometimes. So that may require you to reload the game. That might require you to rebuild something. So there's the aspect of the early access you need to take into account, but still phenomenal. It's very addicting. The gameplay is very, very addicting. I, again, do love the details, not only in the aesthetics, but the details in the systems. Breeding sheep. There's this very, very clear, straightforward, but also ordered process of needing to harvest things, to refine those things, and then to process those things. I do love how how Manor Lords incorporated the housing. Basically, your housing can double as sort of an expanded housing space, a housing space in itself, or a housing space with something attached to it, like a bakery, blacksmith, or a clothier. So there's a lot of things. You can have chicken farms, you can have goat farms too, and vegetable gardens, and that will also depend on the lot size of your land. The farming is very cool. The system is very cool. The RTS element, I do want to talk about a little bit about this. The RTS element definitely needs a bit more polishing, but for now, it is pretty nice. There is also the matter of the combat balancing. I do know that from the early access version to the public early access version, archers were nerfed severely, and I felt like archers were very underwhelming, for sure, because it seemed like melee is the way to go, at least for the combat balancing. But anyway, the RTS element, very nice. It's very rare to see an RTS element in city building games like this. Usually it only happens in franchises like Total War or Stellaris and so forth. So it's very nice. Audio-wise, the music is very relaxing. It's a very cozy game. It kind of pulls you into the immersion of it. And I definitely will keep continuing to sink hours into the game. But yeah, if you're looking for a cozy, but also something to scratch your RTS itch and your city building itch, then this is a great game to do so. Trade-wise, there's a trade system that also needs some balancing and work, but for what it is right now, it actually is a incredibly helpful system to kind of help you get a faster paced gameplay. I'm not sure if that's like an intended aspect of it or not. Based on what I've seen people can do with the trade system, it can get pretty ridiculous or ludicrous. However, again, that also comes down to not just combat balancing, but the actual city management balancing as well. And that's really it. With the massive financial success that Greg, the lone independent developer of Manor Lords, is seeing with almost 175,000 players as his game's all-time peak, I think the game has a massive amount of potential as it dips into various elements and genres of management games, and I hope Greg can enlist others in helping him achieve the final vision of Manor Lords, because it's already such an addicting game, and I cannot wait to play even more of it after it finishes development. But if you are looking for something in the meantime that kind of, again, scratches that city management RTS itch, Manor Lords is definitely the way to go. It definitely is a little bit of the best of a lot of worlds out there, whether we're talking about Total War, Stellaris, Banished, and there are some other early access game I've seen and kind of kept up with that haven't really seen updates. So yeah, that's really it. I would highly recommend Manor Lords basically, and see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.